Yeah, 105.9.
I'll speak to Dave, please.
Hey, this is Dave.
Dave, Hughie Thomasson.
Hey, man, what's going on, man?
How you doing?
Good. Let me load a couple things in the computer here. Glad you could make it.
Yeah, man, sorry I'm a little bit late. I spaced out. They called me from the office, reminded me. I was just kind of like doing my stuff around the house here, you know.
I know how it goes, man.
Hi, this is Hughie Thomasson from the Lynyrd Skynyrd Band, and you're listening live on the radio right now to Dave Lawrence.
You're the man.
All right.
Thanks for that. And it's a pleasure to get to talk to you. And by the way, I've interviewed Ricky Medlock before and had a really, really good time with him.
Well, good, yeah.
Dave Lawrence here with you on the Workforce Blocks at noon. And on the line, I've got one of the stars of this week to talk about Vicious Cycle, his legendary band's latest record, and all things rock and roll for that matter. I'm pleased to welcome to the airwaves of 105.9 the Big Kahuna, former Outlaws guitar player and current Lynyrd Skynyrd guitarist, Hughie Thomasson. Hey, Hughie.
Hey, Dave, how are you?
Thanks, man. I'm doing really good. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Things are nice and warm here in Florida, just like they are there in Hawaii, I bet.
Where are you, Jacksonville?
Actually, I'm a little bit south of there. I'm down in Brooksville, Florida.
Well, you're the man for being available like this. Appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure, man.
So I was checking out your tour itinerary, and I see you're about to start a monster European tour with Deep Purple.
Yeah, we're going to be all over the place, it looks like. We can't wait. We get ready. We're doing our promotional tour starting on Monday, and then we start up rehearsal, and then away we go.
Yeah, the last time I got to see you guys, Hughie, it was at the Skynyrd Purple U.S. tour of 2001. Mm-hmm. What a great double bill that was.
Yeah, good show.
That was really something. Did you guys ever end up jamming together?
I don't think we did, no. No, they our schedules just wouldn't permit it, and I'm trying to think. I think maybe Steve came up and played with us one night. You talk about the Purple, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think Steve did come up and play with us one night, but nobody else did.
Steve Morris is the man.
Yeah.
Well,
oh man, he's like one great guitar player. I can tell you that.
If I can just put in a little, I'm not going to be there to benefit from it. I'm not going to get anything out of it. I'm going to be here, in paradise. But I really encourage you, Hughie, try to get everybody together out there on stage. All right?
I'll do my best, man. We'll see if we can't have ourselves a big jam.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's what we used to do. We used to have a lot of fun doing it too. The Skynyrd guys, I used to do it with Charlie, the Outlaws. We'd all hang out and we just play because we love to play, man.
No, I know it, man. I know it for sure, and that's what I'm saying. Get on out there. I know you can muster everyone together, figure out the appropriate tune, maybe one from each band's catalog. I'm thinking like Freebird and Space Truckin', but you'll figure it out. Just I encourage you to jam, bro.
Cool, man. Well, I got friends that live over there. I'd like to say hello to Mark Sussex and his family. How y'all doing?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they live on the Big Island there, and hopefully we'll come visit you guys sometime soon and play for you.
Yeah, I want to get you guys out here for sure, man. I've just had the Allman Brothers guys, Warren Haynes and Derek Trucks, on the show, and I know Warren pretty well. I was beating those guys up, saying, "Come on out here."
Man, you don't have to twist my arm to get me to come over to Hawaii. Come on now.
I hear you, but it's something that's on my mind, and it's probably a pressing concern to a lot of people listening to it. It's of a serious note, and that, of course, is Gary Rossington. Mm-hmm. Before we get off on all this fun and games we're having here, I know he's recovering from something real serious, and that's heart surgery.
Right, and he's doing extremely well.
That's good to hear.
He's a tough bird, and we had our conference call last week, and we all had a good talk, and he assured everybody he's feeling really good. He's recovering just like he's supposed to, and he's going to be ready to tour when we're supposed to.
That's really important to everyone. Was that quintuple bypass? Am I correct?
I believe it was.
Woo, my father had that. I
believe it was. Yeah, well, when if you're going to do it big, man.
That is big, man. That is big.
From what he says, he feels great, and he's ready to play, so we're just waiting on him, and we're ready to go as well.
Hughie, had that been a case of like a need for emergency surgery, or was that just something planned? Or
I'm not sure what happened exactly, how they did it, Dave. In fact, we didn't even know about it until a few days after they'd already done it.
I really wish that one thing for sure, besides the fact that I want you to come out here and put that at the top of your mind, right above it, put in there to say hi to Gary and tell him that he was being asked about out here in Honolulu.
I promise you I will do that. I will say hello from you and everyone there and give him a big high five from Hawaii.
Yeah, big one, because I've been seeing him for like 15 years or more. I've seen him many, many times, and he's one of my favorite players. You have another outlaw I see in Skynyrd's lineup, unless I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're correct. Ian Evans. Him and Leon became really good friends. When Leon was sick, he was looking for people to put on standby in case he was too sick to play one night or in case anything happened, which never did. And Ian was his final choice. We had tried a few other guys, and they just didn't seem to fit in. And so I suggested to them, and they got together, and they became best friends. Leon even taught Ian some of the chops and stuff that he's playing now, so that he would play Skynyrd when the time came.
Well, it's certainly then I guess it would make sense. It would have the right framework around it.
Right. Well, Leon was a very smart man. People don't really understand. He had a exceptional understanding of this band.
Oh no,
and how it works and what makes it work, and the foundation. It's just like a house. Your foundation's got to be solid, or the house ain't going to stand. And Leon was a solid foundation.
God bless him, man.
Yeah, he's playing with a bunch of good guys right now. Think about it.
Yeah, it's the All-Stars. John Bonham on drums and Hendrix and...
Oh, man, he's hanging out with Ronnie and Steve and Alan. Are you kidding?
Yeah, and Barry Oakley and Dwayne. And...
Oh, shoot, he's having a better time than we are. I got news for you.
It's one big cross-pollination up there, for sure.
Yep, that sure is.
You got in addition to the European tour that you're doing with the Purple guys, and that's still all intact too, right? Even though the war and all that.
As far as I know, yes.
Okay, you got the U.S. tour with Sammy.
Yeah, we're going to be touring the country with Sammy Hagar.
Man, Sammy Hagar.
It's going to be wild. I can tell you that.
Yeah, he parties hard.
Yeah, we're going to get down. We're going to get down with our bad collective selves.
And you know what, Hughie? Back to that Hawaii tip again. Sammy loves it out here.
Well, hopefully we'll get to come and play for you guys, man. I'm going to put the bug in their ear and see if they can't get us a show over there.
Yeah, and just be like, look, you're going to make money. You'll break even.
No kidding. So we'll put them in touch with your promoter, your local promoter over there, and see what we can do.
Tom Moffat's the guy.
Who is it?
Tom Moffat.
All right, I'm writing this down.
He's very, very well known. He's been around forever, and he's like the Bill Graham of the islands. So he's very well regarded. And I got on that front. Has Skynyrd ever toured out here?
Not since I've been with the band for the last 7 years. Now, the Outlaws, we were over there with Charlie Daniels in 80, I think it was, or 81.
Volunteer Jam?
No, it wasn't a volunteer jam. It was just a show. It was Charlie and the Outlaws. I haven't been there with Skynyrd yet. They had planned to go last year. We were scheduled to go to Japan and then stop off on the island on the way back. But that fell through. Something happened. So we actually haven't made it there yet, but I'm praying, and I hope we get to soon.
Have you, we were talking about some of these great artists that you've gone out on the road with. Has Skynyrd ever toured with the Allman Brothers Band? Do you know that?
Not that I know of. It'd be a great tour.
I obviously know since '89 they definitely haven't, but you don't know if, like, in the archives. I don't think they have.
No, I don't think so. We've talked about, since Ricky's playing from Blackfoot and I'm from the Outlaws and stuff, we've actually spoken about maybe one day doing a show with, Outlaws, Blackfoot, Skynyrd, maybe, something like that. I think people would like that.
Oh, that would be outrageous. I remember one time, I believe you came, it was in Boston and I was working, and it was like summer of '93. It was one of those jam tours, and I believe you came, and it was like an unplugged jam in the studios at WBCN.
Yeah, we've done quite a few of those.
And it was like members of 38 Special and the Outlaws, and maybe even some...
I think that might have been Southern Spirit Tour.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, we had a great time on that tour. We went to all the radio stations and took our acoustic guitars and just kind of hung out and jammed and played a little bit.
So I'm right.
It didn't get too serious,
Right. It was fun. It was people from all the different bands kind of jamming together.
Yeah.
I remember
maybe
that.
This time we could all do it together.
Yeah, that was cool. Southern Spirit Tour. Bringing back memories for me, my brother.
There you
go. And what's my boy, before I let you go here, what's my boy Ricky Medlock up to these days?
Well, he's right now he's out in California. He's working on some parts in movies. He's got some bit parts in movies here and there, and he's been...
Throw him a plug.
There,
what's he doing? What's the movies?
I couldn't tell you the name of them to save my life, but I know that he's out there, and he's been out there, and on our off time, he goes out there and hangs out with William Shatner, some of those guys out there, and he's done a couple of projects already. So
I love him.
Another one, so you never know. You might see him in the movies one day. Hell,
he's the man. You should give him my number and try to get him to call me and let him give some plugs for your record too. I'd love to have him on the air.
I'll be speaking to him tomorrow, the next day, probably.
I think highly of Ricky. Had a great time. The time I've spent with him. He's so down to earth. I love talking about his heritage and about music in general.
Well, we go way back with Blackfoot and the Outlaws toured together back in the '70s as well.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah. I know you go way back
for a long time.
Yeah, I know he's a lifelong guy for you. You guys don't play any Outlaws tunes, huh? With Skynyrd?
No, not with Skynyrd. We don't do any Blackfoot tunes either. So it's just it's Skynyrd, But I was saying. We've talked about maybe doing a tour where we, Outlaws and Blackfoot are on the show, and then Ricky and I play with Skynyrd as well.
Man, it would be so nice to have.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. It'd be a little bit of extra work, but I wouldn't mind, as long as everybody was happy.
Hey, man, Warren Haynes goes out there and does like Phil and Friends, and then he goes back on stage at the Allman. So
that's what I'm talking about. Let's play. We were blessed with the gift of music. Let's share it, man.
And what was your first album, Huey?
The first album was the Outlaws.
That you no, I'm sorry. What was
with Skynyrd?
No, it was the first record that you bought as a kid.
Oh, probably it was Beatles.
Beatles.
Probably a Beatles record. And Jimi Hendrix.
What was your
I
first?
love Jimi Hendrix.
Jimmy's the man. What was your
Allman
first?
Brothers, of course.
Almonds.
Yeah. I liked a lot of the odd bands like Moby Grape. You ever hear them?
Yes.
April Wine.
Skip Spence.
Mm-hmm. Some of the local bands, the regional bands around here, I liked a lot. Mike Panera's band, Blues Image.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever heard of them.
Yep, I know who they are as well.
I mean, you're flashing back right there, buddy.
No, I like that. That's what I wanted you to do.
Oh yeah, we're going way back. But I listen to pretty much all kinds of music. Some of my roots are bluegrass, actually.
What was your first concert?
My first concert was Paul Revere and the Raiders.
Damn.
Are you believing that?
I do. I do believe
with
that.
the boots and the steps and everything, it was great.
You ever see James Brown?
Oh, not in person, man. Wow. I'd love to, though.
He's the king.
He gets up. He gets back. He gets down. He's always getting something.
And he's still good, too. Man.
Yeah, he is. He's great.
He's going to burn forever.
He's one of a kind.
And finally, who would you say the most important musician in your life would be if there was a person that you would look to as an icon or an inspiration?
Well, I'd have to say it was my guitar teacher, Elwood Ferguson. He got me started and showed me that I could do it on my own if I wanted to, and so I'd have to say him. As a guitar player with the band or anyone, I'd have to say Jimi Hendrix, Duane Allman.
There we go.
And Eric Clapton. I mean, there's not just one, you know.
You're picking monsters.
Yeah, they are. They all are. Every one of them.
Hughie, before I let you go, you got anybody you want to say hi to again real quick out here?
Well, no, I kind of did already. I'd like to say hi to everybody there on the Big Island, on the Little Island, on the Medium Island. Every island you guys got, man. You know, just hello to everybody, and hopefully Skynyrd and myself will get to come see you guys soon.
Hughie Thomasson, legendary guitar player from the Outlaws, now with Lynyrd Skynyrd, can be heard on the new Skynyrd record, Vicious Cycle, and on tour this summer with Deep Purple in Europe and Sammy Hagar in the United States. Quite grateful for your time, Hughie.
Dave, thank you very much, man. We appreciate it.
You're the king. Thanks, brother.
Okay, man.
Aloha.
Aloha.